the hidden fear behind self-improvement. I know you must have said you want to improve, you want better habits, better results, a better version of yourself, and you really mean it when you say it. And that's the craziest part of it all. So what do? You start doing what you think you're supposed to do. You watch videos, read books, save quotes, thinking this one will stick. This one will finally be the thing that changes you. That's what you think. You get a small rush of motivation and say, yeah, this time is different. And for a moment, you actually believe that. But when it's time to do something uncomfortable, something that actually breaks a pattern, you do what? You hesitate. And you don't hesitate in some big, obvious way. In fact, it's not like you quit loudly or say, I'm done. No, you don't do that. But the hesitation shows up in the small stuff that looks like, I'll start in an hour. Let me just scroll a little today. Today is kinda off, so I'll start tomorrow. And somehow, those tiny decisions add up, and weeks later, you'll find yourself still in the same place, wondering how you keep ending up in the same place you started, and knowing that you are better than this. At this point, it feels like laziness. That's the easiest label you can give it. But if you're being honest, it's not like you don't care. You do care. It just feels like something in you pulls you back the second things start getting real and serious. That thing is called fear. And it's not the usual loud fear or panic, or the kind of fear that makes your heart race. No. This one is more like a quiet resistance, a subtle discomfort that shows up whenever real change gets close or is about to happen. Because if you pull through and succeeded, if you really became more disciplined, more focused, more consistent, your life changes and your identity changes too. And this is what nobody will tell you, but I will. If you become more disciplined, something unusual happens. You will lose some of your easy escapes and excuses. Something like randomly scrolling and I will deal with it later version of your life. If you become more confident, you will become more visible, more noticeable, and more open to people's judgments. If you become more successful, you might outgrow spaces, conversation, and even people that once felt familiar, your family included. So growth essentially isn't just about adding new habits. No, that's not what growth means. Real growth is about slowly letting an old version of you fade out. And when growth is about to happen, your brain doesn't just slam the brakes and tell you not to change. Your brain won't suddenly tell you, no, friends, you're not going to change. That's not how the brain works. What your brain would do is to whisper reasonable things like, you are tired. Start next week. You need a better plan first. Now is not the right time. Your brain will try its best to keep you in preparation mode. Learning, planning, organizing, watching others do the thing, and also keep you in almost starting, but not quite stepping in. Because as long as you have it in mind that you're still working on it, you don't have to face the scariest shit of being seen at a higher level. You won't face having more responsibility and not being able to hide behind potential anymore. So you see, it's not that you're bad at self-improvement. You are not. The issue is that part of you is still scared of who you have to become if this actually works. And honestly, that's a normal human experience and behavior. You have to have it at the back of your mind that every real level up comes with a phase where a new version of you feels fake, forced, out of character, and makes you feel like you're pretending to be someone you are not. It is essential that you know this, that you feel like a fake person before you embody the identity of the new you. And your brain also reads that feeling as danger, but it's not danger. The feeling is just unfamiliar to you. Just like when someone first starts going to the gym consistently, it will obviously feel weird, unnatural, and look like they're playing a movie role. Until one day it becomes basic, just like what they do on a normal day, which means they don't even think about it to do it. This right here is how change really happens. Not in one big fearless moment. It's not in one fantastic football event or tournament. That's not how change works. Change happens in small decisions where you act like the future you while still feeling like the old you. Change only happens when you act like who you want to be like, who you want to become. You have to act and embody the characteristics, the personality, how they speak, how they respond to situations, how they think. And you have to do this while still feeling like the old you. It's gonna be a kind of tug of war between the new identity and the old identity. So next time you feel that resistance, the urge to delay, the urge to push it off again, don't ask yourself how to get more motivated. Do not ask yourself that type of question. You don't need motivation, because motivation is fleeing. It can't always be there 24/7. Instead, ask yourself this: what part of me is uncomfortable with who I'll have to be if this actually works? I'll repeat the question again. Ask yourself, what part of you is uncomfortable with who you will have to be if you embody the new identity? Because you have to understand that the identity of the new you, the identity of you making $100,000, the identity of you going to the gym, the identity of you being in a healthy relationship is way different than the opposite identity of what you currently are right now. And this is because the fear isn't really about effort. You're not scared of putting in the work. What you fear is transformation. And that's because transformation is not something that you think your way into. You can't think your way into transforming into a new identity. Transformation is something you move through with support, structure, and accountability while your identity catches up. That's the part most people try to do anyway. They understand the psychology, they see the pattern, but when it's time to actually step into the new version of themselves, the old identity pulls them back. And this happens not because you are incapable. You are always capable than you can ever imagine. This happens because identity change is uncomfortable without the right environment. That's exactly the kind of work I do. I don't just help people learn more about themselves. I help them build a structure that makes becoming the next version of themselves possible. Even when it feels unfamiliar, even when resistance shows up, because growth isn't something about waiting to feel ready. You don't need to feel ready to grow into the new identity. If you want to learn how to do this or work with me one-on-one, details is in the description below. Always remember that growth is about learning how to move forward while your old identity is still trying to keep you safe. And that's a process you don't have to figure out alone. And if you're the kind of person who likes to sit with ideas and really process them, I will leave this full script of this video in the description for you. See you in the next one.